What's up, everyone, and welcome to the Armbar, the worst MMA show online, but number one in your hearts. Today, what happens with the featherweight division, UFC 257 predictions, and if we have a little bit of time, Dana White talking about Conor McGregor fighting 3 times. All right, here we go. Chill with us for a while as we talk MMA. If you don't have a drink yet, you got plenty of time to go grab one since I'm going to be introducing these casuals anyways. With us, as always, is Jonesy.
Whoa! What's going on, my peeps?
And Philip, who's drink right now at the time. With us, not with us as always, is Sean, because he's probably going through another fucking drive-through.
Give it.
First off, just a bit of news. So if you haven't heard, what we knew was going to happen is going to happen. Dana White said that Jon Jones will get a straight title shot against the winner of Stipe versus Ngannou.
As it should be. Finally, Dana and I are on the same fucking page. That's a first.
What do you guys think out there? Do you think Jon Jones deserves a straight shot to the title? I, for one, happen to think so. I think everybody. Oh, Phil says no.
No.
I would assume everybody would think that Jon Jones, quite possibly, arguably the GOAT, would deserve a shot at that title.
Hold on.
Jones, you can't bitch about Garbrandt and then fucking turn the other cheek on Jon Jones.
Garbrandt's not the GOAT anyway.
Come on, yeah. How are you fucking putting them? Yeah, put respect on the fucking goats in the goat's mouth.
He's jumping from one division to another, and you complain about him getting a shot at the title.
CG and fucking John Bones Jones are two different fucking people. They're actually on two different fucking planets. And the fact that you actually put them in the same sentence, hey, put respect on the goat's name and do it right.
Irrelevant.
No, it's not irrelevant.
Relevant.
Oh, yeah. I
other people
know.
that have been in that division.
I would like to see that.
I mean, for a title shot. He should have at least once.
Wait.
Phil, you sound like you had some balls in your mouth. What did you say again?
He hasn't fought anybody in the heavyweight division yet, and you've got other guys who have been grinding and trying to get that title shot. At least make him prove.
Hold on, he has fought.
Hold on.
Heavyweight division.
Go on.
But you didn't complain about Adesanya getting a shot at Jan Blachowicz.
Nope. Not only that. What's the kid from Bellator you brought over? Chandler. You're not complaining about Chandler trying to talk about him getting a fucking title shot.
Yeah, he was your boy trying to get a title shot right away.
What are you talking about? I said he didn't deserve a title shot either.
Nah,
maybe it was
Sean.
I don't even think he deserves a top 5 yet. He should fight a top 10 first. 5 through 10 first.
I don't know if you said that, man.
You were listening to anything I said.
So JC brings up a good point. We weren't going to spend a whole. What's up, Unabomber?
He's Antifa.
JC brings up a good point, and this is what I was going to argue before, but then I thought about it. I'm like, no, it's motherfucking Jon Jones. He says that the top 3 heavyweights that have been waiting for the last 4 years. Now, the issue that I see with that is that's not Jon Jones' fault. That's a fucking UFC's fault for booking a fucking trilogy between Stipe and DC.
Who are these guys that are waiting? Because the only guys winning, I believe, are the only guys fighting.
Well, and
Curtis Blades, Jonesy's
he
boy.
lost to Ngannou twice, man.
That's true.
Well, what's he supposed to do? Like, what is that supposed to just disappear because he's a hot name?
Yeah, I mean, because he's one of fucking 4
people.
Yeah,
JC.
Fuck him. And not only that,
tell us who deserves that title shot more than Jon Jones.
Hey, going back to Phil's fucking piece that he hasn't fought anybody. He did fight your boy Ariel's boyfriend. I'm just kidding. I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, that is true.
He did fight him.
He fought
different
DC,
weight class.
Man.
Different weight class.
I can't hear what you said. What did you say?
Jon Jones did fight DC and beat DC at light heavyweight. Some had said if he would have beat Stipe, he would have been considered the GOAT, which is a bunch of BS, but they still said it.
Correct.
So now you got First of all, Jon Jones, man, is arguably the GOAT. And you tell him the dude has to wait? Come on, man.
I mean, what are you?
I'm going to go Joe Biden on you here. Come on, man.
That's what I'm saying. Come on, man. He's the biggest draw they really got in the higher weight classes. Of course, he's going to fight.
What do you think? So whoever wins the Stipe Ngannou
I didn't say it wasn't smart money. I said it was.
Well, that's all the fucking UFC is about. Hey, shout out to
Here comes Joe Leisure. Here comes Joe Leisure with the on steroids
thing.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, just because he's 1 picogram above the rest doesn't mean.
DC was on burgers.
Hey, Yuli's a bum in 5, 4, 3, 2.
No,
Hey, but no.
it's a duck. It changed last night. It's Yuli is a duck because Zion got a fight.
Oh, okay, that's cool. So, but going back to Phil again, dude, he did fight DC and he beat him, right? And twice, right?
Decisively.
So to say that these guys haven't fought that shit, then it's bullshit. Again, he's fought that caliber of folks. He should be it. Will be a decision.
If you fight somebody in one weight class and they move up, then you should fight for the championship in that other weight class because you beat that person in a different weight class. Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying that there's.
No, what you just said.
No, he's addressing your point that he's never fought somebody at heavyweight when he did fight DC.
Correct.
Not a heavyweight.
It doesn't fucking matter.
See, but the difference is you're not talking about anyone. You're talking about the greatest light heavyweight of all time.
Yes, thank you.
That's talking GOAT talk now.
And the other difference is Phil didn't complain when Adesanya was moved up to light.
It's like, yeah,
what are you talking about?
Skills and his resume definitely demand title shot. That's it.
You guys have not listened to what I said in the past, obviously.
Oh my gosh, what are you crying about now?
Deserves a direct title shot.
Is still a bum. There's Zion.
There you go.
Hey, so what do you say?
Neither did Conor McGregor, apparently.
Yes. So I mean, here we go. Now we're talking about guys who retired, who vacated belts and shit, and now what? They get to keep their shots for fucking infinity. And is that what you're saying? In perpetuity?
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about Conor McGregor. When Conor McGregor fought before, and he switched to different divisions, he didn't deserve that title shot either.
Yeah. Well,
tell that to the outcome.
Exactly. All right, we weren't even going to talk about this.
Dickhead.
So what we wanted to talk about,
crickets.
What we wanted to talk about, which is probably going to be less exciting, is here's my theory on the featherweights. I believe Dana White, whether he thought Holloway was going to win or not, I believe Dana White was rooting for Cater because that puts now Dana White in a weird situation where he's going to be pressured to give Max Holloway a trilogy. Had Cater won, Dana would have probably given him a title shot after the Ortega-Volkanovski fight. Thoughts on that? Do you think Max Holloway deserves that trilogy fight after Ortega?
Given. I mean, he did what he needed to do, right? And like you said, he busted up Dana's fucking little future plan. So all about that. Oh shit, Zion thinks he's got to win one more before the title fight.
I don't know. That was a pretty impressive win.
I thought so. But I mean, what do you think, Phil? Obviously, you fucking counter us.
Joe Leisure, just to go back to topic.
Jones
isn't the GOAT.
So here's what I think, man. I think Max deserves the trilogy.
Yeah.
But I'm the kind of fan who wants to see a diversity there at the top. So I'm kind of at a crossroads. I believe I want to see a trilogy, but I'm going to be with Zion. I believe that Holloway, who he himself, he said he doesn't need to force that title shot. I believe he needs to get one more fight. Maybe Zabit, maybe TKZ, maybe Rodriguez in there. But I believe he needs to get at least one more fight and to get that title match.
So Joe Leisure,
I think the fans are ready to see maybe the fans are. I don't know. I'm personally not ready to see a trilogy. I like diversity at the top.
Joe Leisure says
you gotta realize it's in my book they're 1-1. Max definitely put in enough work to get the win the second time.
Well,
so it's
true.
It has to go.
We do have to realize that in your book they're 1-1, and what you have to realize is that in the real book,
the real world,
0-2.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Wait a minute. You're suggesting that my world isn't the real world.
It isn't. It isn't, Unabomber. Thankfully for us, we're safe.
Casuals.
Yeah, right.
Well, see, Zion Tomlinson is actually he's got a little bit of humor in this, but he makes a good point. So you have the DC Stipe trilogy that we mentioned before. Now, in that case, you could argue that you won a trilogy because DC did win one of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a 1-1 situation.
Right.
In this situation, we got an 0-2.
Over.
So I think the only way Max Holloway gets a title shot is if Ortega beats Volkanovski in this next match.
You think a lot. He gets the title shot no matter what.
What's up, Jordan Hamby?
Yeah.
We are excited about the upcoming fights, man. We're going to be talking UFC 257 here in a bit.
I like the Zabit thing, though, before you go.
So Okay, go ahead, Phil. Go with that.
I think Holloway is Zabit. That's a good title eliminator because Zabit deserves.
Just kidding.
Zabit's been working his way up, not gonna beat Jeremy Stevens.
Yeah.
I think if he could beat Max Holloway, he should deserve it. He should get a title shot. So that would be a good eliminator in my opinion.
I mean, I like it, but I also think Zabit deserves a fucking title shot. He's been waiting in the wings forever.
He does, but he still doesn't have a top 5 win though.
But he was scheduled, I believe, wasn't he, for a title shot? And then I
think it was a replacement.
Got canceled.
I think it was a fill-in. I thought it was a replacement.
So if I could just go back to Sean's little piece about casuals and whatnot, didn't he fucking pick Cater to win this past weekend? Right? Fuck you, buddy.
Man, listen,
I do like JC's JC's take on bringing it all together. Max isn't good at featherweight, so he's in the John Jones stocks. He automatically deserves a title shot, according to JC.
I'm okay with that.
I'm good with it.
I'm not good with it. I think we need somebody else at the top. All right. Dana White told that we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about UFC 257 predictions now.
Woo!
Bill, bring it on. What you got? Oh, before we get to that, you guys out there watching us right now, we need your help. This is a numbered UFC fight.
Oh yeah.
We make our predictions, and while Sean here shows us his balls, I would like for you guys to we always need a punishment because the guy who gets the least amount correct,
Sean,
needs to do something.
I had one wrong last week. What do you guys
have? Casual status. So if you guys can come up with a punishment, let us know. And now we go to our UFC 257 predictions, which are really just us saying names and Phil actually breaking down the fights.
Woo!
All right, Phil, take it away. Who are you starting with? Down at the bottom?
Starting at the bottom. You're working my way.
You're already going to piss me off with this one, by the way.
Get the caffeine ready. Get the caffeine ready, folks.
I know. I don't think you're gonna like this one, Juan. If you saw my notes already. So we got number 8 in the women's strawweight division against number 9. Marina Rodriguez against Amanda Ribas. The armbar, one of the armbar favorites. So Rodriguez, she's been fighting top 10 opponents for about 2 years straight now, 2-1-2 in that run, but she's only lost to number 4 strawweight, and another top 10 win will move her up a couple spots and get her closer to title shots. She's a striker, Thai boxing background, and has a significant height and reach advantage over Ribas. Ribas, like I said, a fan favorite. I think Juan's favorite. Coming on a 5-fight win streak, 4-0 in UFC, looking to keep climbing that strawweight ladder. Very well rounded.
Breakout fighter of the year for last year.
Very well rounded, so to speak. But her strength is definitely her ground game. A win over Rodriguez would likely set her up for a top 5 and possibly a title eliminator if she with a good showing. My prediction, I think Rodriguez would like to keep this one standing and take advantage of her height and reach, and Ribas is going to try to take her to the ground. I think Ribas, if she's able to take her down, she'll still have her work cut out for her because Rodriguez is longer fighter, long limbs. I think it's likely going to be back and forth, and I'll tip my cap to Marina Rodriguez to win via split decision.
Hold on, real quick.
2 minutes for the first fight of the card.
Real quick.
That's the longest one, I think. Second longest.
Bill, I realize that 3 inches to you is a foot, but
no, that's just what he tells them.
Pretty sure Ribas has a 66-inch reach to Rodriguez's 65-inch reach.
Yeah. Ribas is gonna, of course, take her down, but I don't think there's much that Rodriguez is gonna do in answer to anything.
Nope. So I'll go real quick. Ribas, 2nd round submission.
I go with Jonesy. Ribas, 3rd round.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Rodriguez has a 67-inch reach.
That's not what the fucking UFC official page says.
Yeah, fucking UFC.com is where I'd be trusting my information.
Where are you going?
So I'm gonna go Hebas, not Ribas.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go Hebas. 1st round, armbar. Hey! All right, Phil, take it on. 2nd fight. What you got? We got the steamroller.
We got Matt Frivola, the steamroller, versus Atman Azader, the bulldozer. So Matt Frivola is a grappler, submission artist. 3 of his 8 wins are submission, 1 KO. He's on a 2-fight win streak. Decisions, though, after a draw with Lando Venata, who might be his toughest competition to date. He's just going to attempt to take down Azader from the get-go. Atman, the bulldozer, should be his last free lunch for Atman from Dana White. This man has finished 12 of his 13 opponents, 10 KOs, 2 submissions. This will be his third fight in the UFC, and if he can finish another up-and-coming fighter, he's going to have a number by his name pretty soon and definitely step up in competition. This is going to last about 90 seconds, if that. Atman Azader will bulldoze the steamroller with a first-round KO.
First off, Atman missed a very good opportunity here to make his nickname the Empire.
Yeah. Straight up garbage.
Furniture.
The Atman Empire. All right.
Or the footrest.
Jonesy, who you got?
The steamroller rock and roller is going to get this win via second round submission. Done.
Atman, TKO.
What round? Bitch?
We'll go second.
I'm going to go Atman as well. First round. Sub. Armbar.
Hey,
I'm just going to call everybody armbar.
Hey, Joe Leisure says Rebus by decision and Steamroller by decision. I like the way this guy thinks. Or I'm sorry, Hibas. But you won.
He goes, JC gives us a submission or a punishment. Should be a shirt that says, I want Derek Lewis's hot balls.
My balls are hot.
What's going on, Matt Seibel? Your nows? Man, Dominic Cotto. I'm with Jonesy on that one.
Wow.
Whoa. Jonesy's got a fan finally.
That's the first. Is that the first? Mark this down, guys.
No.
Yeah, this is the first time somebody's with Jonesy.
Negative.
Yeah, someone actually went with Jonesy. I can't
Negative. Hold on. Our good friend, top fan, Roger Denny's always in Jonesy's corner. Always. He likes the winner, so
he just doesn't like me.
Given. That's true as well.
That's my brother-in-law.
Go ahead.
Let's put Jessica I versus Joanne Calderwood.
Jessica Evil Eye versus Jojo Calderwood. Jessica I has been fighting good competition, but lost 2 of her last 3. Hasn't finished any ranked opponent or any fighter, in that matter, in the last 6 years. Our fights are normally grind out decisions. Don't scream championship material to me. She'll try to box with Calderwood and set up the takedowns as normal, and probably will get her down, and also put me to sleep. Jojo has been fighting high-quality opponents, hasn't fared well against them, 1 and 2 in the last 3 fights, and that win was an unimpressive split decision over the number 11 fighter. My fight analysis prediction, neither one of these fighters have been very impressive lately. I think they'll probably have peaked outside of the top 5. I think the winner will get one last crack at a title run, maybe. The other will likely drop out of the rankings and may get the axe from Dana White. I'll take Jessica I to grind out a boring and unimpressive UD over also boring Calderwood.
Speaking of boring,
Sean, who you got?
I think I is going to do the same thing. Decision, grind it out.
We go. Joe Leisha says I's weigh-in video will be more impressive than her fight. Jojo by decision. Jonesy, what you got?
Thanks, Joe. I'm right there with you, buddy. Jojo by decision, easy. I don't know if she gets. I don't know if she gets UD, but she'll get the decision. She'll probably get a split. Sean's favorite.
Love split
and then Sean will call her a winner.
Yes.
All right. Here's my my hot take for the show. I seem to be averaging 1 a show.
Fight of the year?
No. I also called this on the on our sister podcast, Knuckle Up. I said that Calderwood will lose again, and I don't know. I don't think she had a fight then, but she doesn't.
I hear it coming.
To Jessica I. She's going to get booted out of the UFC by Dana White and will find with BKFC.
What?
I knew it was coming.
That is my hot take.
He's going the Paige Van Zandt route? Nice.
I see that.
All right, Phil. Move us on. So in that case, I'm picking Jessica I to win.
What round? How?
We'll give it to her second round TKO.
Okay. Before we go forward,
What
Phil.
are you drinking?
Before we go forward, Phil, this next fight is very important.
Is it?
Okay.
And don't you screw this up, okay? Your breakdown is important. Go ahead.
What? Now you got me. You're going to have some kind of obscure. I shortened them up. So Juan told me to shorten them up. So if you notice the first one was a little bit long.
The ones that you could have shortened up, the next 2 are the ones you were supposed to keep long.
The next 2 are 2 words long. Come on, Phil. Keep it going.
All right. Dan Hooker.
Doesn't even belong here.
No. Doesn't.
So
right now he's looking at
event.
right now he's looking at Knuckle Up Insta on his phone. That's what he's doing.
I was like, yeah, but no, I'm looking at the card actually. Hey,
all right, go ahead, Phil.
All right, the co-main event: Dan Hangman Hooker, number 6 in the division, against Michael Chandler, who's unranked because he hasn't fought anybody yet, and since he's moved over. Iron Mike Chandler, 21-5. We'll start with Dan Hooker. Sorry, elite striker, high level BJJ, coming off a loss to Dustin Poirier via decision. So but it was a pretty one-sided decision, I thought.
Wasn't Dan Hooker won the first 2 rounds?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind. I was thinking of another fight.
Don't,
so he's looking to get back on track for a title shot. Before that, he won three straight against ranked opponents before he lost to Dustin. He's going to look to outlast Chandler on the feet and take him down if he gets a chance. Iron Mike Chandler, quite possibly the biggest and best fighter to come out of Bellator in the last 4 or 5 years. Elite wrestler, also one of the most powerful strikers in MMA. He's never been submitted. And his only losses were to current or former champions, one due to a freak ankle injury in the middle of the fight, which Sean probably wouldn't count as a loss. He's also beaten at least 5 Bellator and UFC champions, former champions. He's a monster that charges out from the opening bell. My analysis and prediction: Dan Hooker hasn't shown us the striking power and skill he had earlier in his career when he racked up 10 KOs. Hasn't really stopped anybody in a couple years now. Chandler's given up a lot of weight and given up a lot of height and reach in this one, but he'll have to use his high pace and angles to cut off the ring, and I think he'll find a way inside, and I think Michael Chandler wins via knockout in round 2.
Nice. Sean, who you got? I'm guessing you're going to agree with Phil because you've been on Chandler's nuts since he came over to the UFC.
Yeah.
There is not a single fighter on the roster that can keep up with the first round Michael Chandler puts out.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you with Michael Chandler's penis in your mouth.
I'm sorry, what's that? What's that Sean O'Malley pull out of your face yet?
A long time ago.
That's why you somehow managed to bring him up on your hot take earlier today.
I hit a nerve.
I heard him say Michael Chandler puts out.
Michael Chandler's going to murder this man. It's literally, you might as well call in advance and report to the cops that white guy just killed a hooker. Let them know it's happening.
Your cousin doesn't agree.
Brother. I'm gonna go with Hooker. I think he still got it in him.
Like you normally do.
Got what in him? What does he have in him?
What does he have in him? An ass whooping straight up for Chandler. That's what he has in him.
Oh shit.
Fucking second round TKO. How you like that, bitch?
Sorry, boys.
My balls aren't even warm yet.
I'm gonna go here with Dominic Cuddle and Jonesy.
Thank you.
To pick the winner, being Hooker, but I'm gonna go. It's gonna go to a decision. I'm gonna say Hooker UD at the end.
Oh shit! Nice.
Who's Dominic talking about here? Okay, you sold me actually.
You're welcome, Dominic.
See, I mean, listen to Matt Sabo here. Who don't like it?
Listen, man. I love a hooker. I'm just saying. This hooker's getting used and abused.
Well, and especially male hookers. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah, Jordan Hamby is right. It is getting a little rowdy in here talking about penis and stuff. Good thing is Phil's mom is not in the comments. Yet. I hope she doesn't watch this show. Tell her to skip this one. All right.
I will throw out one last thing before we move to the main event.
Please.
Chandler's fights have an 80% finish rate one way or the other.
Hey, that's part of your analysis, fuckface. You can't.
Well, you guys made me cut everything short, you dickheads.
Well, you either put it in or you fucking put it out. I mean,
all right,
main event. I'll say the fight we've all been waiting for. The return of the notorious Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier. Dustin's number 2. They've got Conor McGregor ranked at number 4. Dustin Diamond. What did you say?
Yeah.
Worst nickname in history.
That's not the worst. It's plenty worse.
Hey, side note, Dustin Diamond actually has like 4 cancer.
Yeah, thanks, dickhead. Bringing us down.
Yeah. Debbie Downer.
He'll never find the UFC.
Screech. Come on.
All right. Dustin Poirier, number 2 ranked lightweight contender, coming off an impressive UD over Dan Hooker. 5-1 in his last 6 fights. His only loss to the current champion. This is a rematch from a loss 6 years ago that Dustin would like to avenge. He's a striker with improved skills from their last fight and will likely try to KO the notorious one. A win here will likely give him another title shot and a title eliminator. McGregor claims to be in the best shape of his career and vows to destroy Poirier for a second time to set up a shot at getting his lightweight belt back, possibly against the last man to defeat him. If he stays around, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
The Eagle.
If Khabib actually retires, then he'll probably end up getting one of the leftovers. He's only had one fight in his last 2 years.
What did you say? Sloppy seconds.
Sloppy seconds. His only fight in the last 2 years was a destruction of Cowboy Cerrone, who he probably should never have been fighting in the first place. But Conor McGregor still is must-see TV in the UFC. He'll try to once again KO Dustin with striking and kicks. In my analysis and prediction, this should be a good one. It's hard to tell where Conor's skill level is since the sample size is so small over the last 2 years. If, in fact, he's at his best, he's almost impossible to strike with, and Poirier doesn't normally prefer to take the fight to the ground. So I think this one will last longer than their first fight, no matter what. But a gas tank will come into play. With Conor maybe having to cut some weight, I think he'll after being on a layoff such long of a layoff, I think he'll start to slow down like he normally does in the second round. And I think Dustin Poirier will pull the upset and finish him in the third round.
Nice.
Damn.
Wow.
Did we drug test Phil when we got him?
The upset of 2021.
He's clearly smoking crack. Don't even repeat that. Don't listen to Juan. There will be no upset here. Do not get confused. Dustin Poirier has not improved anything since his last fight with Conor. He is not any better striking. He is not any better anywhere. He was always a good fighter, a great fighter. That's what he is. Conor's amazing. Conor is going to make Dustin look like he's fighting off a bee. That's what it's going to look like. Exactly. It's going to be bad. I say another 60 seconds and out.
Be careful, Sean. You're going to make Chandler jealous.
Yeah.
You're cheating on him.
No, man, we got to put some respect on Conor's name. People forget that this guy is the best striker in MMA, period.
Well, that's what I give him his credit. I said if he's at his.
You said about his gas tank, man. He went 4 rounds with the lead and 1 round 3.
Yeah, I'm not convinced. Look at what he did against Diaz. He fucking ran out of gas and got fucking choked out.
Hey, man,
okay. But since then, and look at him now, man. He looks like the Terminator. He's in the best shape ever.
Just those meat photos where he looks like he's like
2 words, real quick. 2 words for our good friend Sean there. Cater. Fuck off, man. You got that shit. You were all over Cater, man. You were all over that shit.
Cater was
AMFD. I never liked you.
Done.
I remember last week when Sean was saying, Cater's the best striker ever.
The same shit, bro. I mean, if they're not the best striker, they're the fucking GOAT, right? Every time.
I do like Kurt Doyle's comment though. Conor will treat him like the Browns treated Pittsburgh. First round knockout.
Yeah. Little known fact. The average fighter throws a jab at 0.8 seconds. Okay. Conor McGregor throws a spinning back kick at 0.7. I need to say nothing more.
Please, 2 more things. You suck. No. So as much as I would love to have actually be on Phil's side on this and have Poirier beat them, so we could end that fucking talk about the 3 fights this year and all the fucking I would love nothing more than to dash fucking Dana's dreams that he has in store for fucking Conor. But I just don't see it happening. Conor, TKO, KO, first round.
And then after the fight, he's smacking Poirier's grandfather in the bar. Watch it.
Here's what I'm going to say about Dustin Poirier. And you saw it last fight too, and several people have said it. It's not anything new or any deep analysis. Dustin Poirier, he throws a lot, and the way he fights, he leaves himself open for punches. He left himself open with Dan Hooker, and that's why Dan Hooker took him, he beat him those first 2 rounds. So the difference between Dan Hooker and Conor McGregor is both accuracy and strength. So Conor, if you leave yourself open for Conor McGregor there, he's going to take you out. I call it first round, TKO, KO.
1 minute. Within 1 minute.
You're not taking into account ring rust.
Yeah, fuck off.
So just so I'm clear, you 2 dickheads up there and the dickhead over here argued with me for picking Conor and then agreed with me and picked Conor.
Well, hold on. Again, it's not so much that we argued with you about picking. It's the way you pick these guys. It's always over the top. Cater was the next great fucking thing since sliced bread. He's the GOAT, right? If they're not the GOAT, they're the best fucking striker in the world. They're whatever. and it's all it
This
never comes to fruition.
Kamzat's biggest fan.
It never comes up to fruition.
Jonesy,
At least I like
Yeah.
fighters that win and not hype trains, Jonesy.
Oh, tell me when you get derailed, then come talk to me, bitch.
He got derailed when he ducked the fight, bro. I'm already done with him.
all
Wait a
right,
second.
that is it. That is it for UFC 257 picks. But with the UFC 257 picks, we talked about, of course, Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor did tell, or not Conor, I'm sorry, Dana White told Stephen A. Smith that he believes Conor is in the right frame of mind and body to fight 3 times this year. Now, keep in mind, Conor said the same thing last year, that he wanted to fight 3 times. And then he said that Dana White didn't give him the fights, which is neither here nor there, but why wouldn't Dana White want to make millions, right?
He wasn't going to make as much money. He needs the fans to be able to go to the arena.
So,
Which, by the way, they're having fans at this fight. Like Conor said, he won't be able to fight until they can have fans.
Little known fact, live fans come in at 0.08. Other fans
Conor fans get there 0.6 seconds faster.
Sorry.
and Richard Pitty's probably right. He's trying to get
Yes.
people excited. What do you guys think? Do you guys think Conor fights 3 times?
No.
Yes.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not going to take any damage from the Dustin fight, and he'll be able to turn around next week and fight.
He won't fight that quick. He's not gonna fucking turn it around that quick. Who is he?
I mean, you guys act like Conor, when he was motivated, wasn't trying to fight 5 times a year.
He's not a Kamzat, so yeah, he's not fucking fighting next week. Sorry.
I mean, he's got to be one of the only guys to go across 3 weight classes within a year's time period.
I don't know. Fucking look. Who's our analysis?
145, 155, and 170. I mean, come on, guys. GOAT. Can we back? I can't back.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
I'll give you my take real quick.
Thank
Here's
you,
here's the only way I see Conor fighting 3 times this year. 1, he has to go undefeated, and the 3rd fight has to be for a title. So let me explain. Conor is going to fight at least twice, right?
Yep.
If he beats Poirier, he's going to fight at least twice. Once against Poirier, once to get that title.
Yeah.
Whether that comes sandwiched or not is a different story. One's already booked, which is the one we just talked about, which is probably going to be that title eliminator. The only way he fights a 3rd time is if he matches up with whoever the other title eliminator. Let me fucking repeat this. The only way he fights.
You killed it. You want me to help you?
No. If he wins this one, this is a title eliminator, right? The only way he fights again, the 2nd time, is if it's for the title. And damn, I just fucking.
Conor McGregor is not looking for a title. This weird thing has happened in the UFC.
What are you talking about? He's not looking for a title.
I hear background noise. Okay, listen.
Go.
Okay, so Conor McGregor's not interested in a title. This weird thing's happened in the UFC where you don't have to be fighting for a belt to sell the most pay-per-views. Their biggest sellers right now are not title holders. Or Masvidal.
But Conor McGregor's got fucking.
He's going to fight Dustin, and I'd imagine after that you're going to see the Nate trilogy because that's going to be the biggest selling pay-per-view, and they're not going to let Jake and Logan walk away with the biggest pay-per-view sellers this year.
Here's the thing, though. Conor McGregor is not looking for – he's looking for a title.
He doesn't. He just said recently, what is a belt to him? He's a god. What is a belt?
That's just him. That's him setting himself up for failure.
Yes, that's it.
How is it for failure? He makes –
Because if he wins it, he says, yeah, I'm a god. If he doesn't win it, he's like, God.
I told you I didn't care about the belt.
It's like I said, you know what I mean? The guy is arguably the greatest of all time.
Oh my gosh, get off his nuts. What are you talking about, man?
Listen, he's too busy punching old men.
Just for frame of reference, he's only fought twice in the last 4 years.
What stuff happened?
Right. What's that? I'm
You
sorry.
guys realize that? He's only fought twice in the last 4 years.
Yeah, well, that's because he
That's because he's an aging goat. That's what I meant. Fucking shit.
Mayweather money.
Mayweather in 1 year.
I think if Conor McGregor beats Poirier,
yes,
and there's a title on the line for the next fight he fights again.
Yes.
If he wins that title, I don't think he defends it.
Nope. He vacates it again and fucking runs off.
If he loses, I don't think he fights again this year.
Yes.
Now, if he wins this one, and this was a title, not a title eliminator, but let's say this one's the Poirier McGregor sets up a title eliminator against, let's say, Oliveira versus, or just against Oliveira, right?
Yeah.
I say he fights Oliveira as long as that is setting him up with it for a title shot against whoever's next.
Yeah.
So I think that's the only way he fights 3 times is if this one moves him on to a title eliminator, which moves him on to a title shot. But like I said, he's got to go undefeated. I think once he loses,
He's out. Yeah,
or if he wins the title in that second fight, he doesn't defend again. So the only way he fights 3 times is if he wins 3 in a row, and the last one is for the title shot.
I'm thinking he beats Dustin, probably moves up, takes a welterweight fight, big name fight, makes a ton of money there, and then by the end of the year, he's fighting for a title.
Or the only other way I can see it is if he fights for a title the second time, and then he fights Nate Diaz for a big money fight because he knows he's not losing to Nate Diaz on the title.
Well, that's the other. So I would say like the Nate Diaz fight could be like another BMF fight, right? Another non-title fucking just like Sean was saying, the fucking hype fight, right? Which is great. Like, don't get me wrong. That I totally could see that. I mean, I could totally see Dana White trying to knock off the Logan guys and getting the highest pay-per-view, and that would definitely be the one fight that would possibly do that. But that's really what it is, right? Again, he's trying to hype it up to, that's what Dana does. I mean, I got to give him credit on that piece is that he's trying to obviously generate excitement and revenue, and in turn revenue, right? That's what it's all about for. So. But I think, as Juan said, if he loses, and as much as I would love to see fucking Poirier get this fight, I'm still going Conor, just to derail fucking Conor's piece. Again, I don't really hate Conor. I don't have no problem with him, but more to derail Dana White's shit, Dana White's fucking little trilogy talk. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
All right, so it looks like most of us don't think he will fight 3 times unless he continues winning. Oh, Phil, of course, at the end. What's up, Phil?
What if for example, say what if he does win this fight and say he fights gets a title fight and wins? What do you think about, you mentioned him maybe moving up to welterweight? What about fighting Kamaru Usman?
No. That's not a draw, I don't think, for him.
Welterweight title.
I don't know if that really
I totally think that's gonna happen. I just don't think Kamaru is gonna be holding it by then.
Oh, ooh, hot take. Again,
that's a topic for another day. We got to talk about who's going to hold that title by the end of 2021.
I got to give KMFD props real quick for the Pittsburgh Cleveland fucking little joke. Haha, that's funny. I will say though, the worst part of Pittsburgh losing that game was us being referenced as the New York Giants. That was the shittiest part. That was the part that hurt the worst.
All right, so that is all for today. But we do want to put a little plug in. We are going to do a Deadpool style draft between the Armbar crew to include JC and Clay, the ring boy, if you guys don't know who that is, where we're going to draft 5 UFC fighters that we think will get finished by the end of 2021. They have to be fighters ranked in the top 10, and you will be scored by opposite points. So if you pick a top number 10 fighter to get finished, and they get finished, you get 1 point. But if you pick a number 1 contender, you get 10 points. If you pick a champ to get finished by the end of the year, that's 15 points. But we'll talk more about that next Thursday. And, this Thursday, I'm sorry. And maybe you guys can play along and let us know who you think 5 top 10 contenders that will get knocked out or finished by submission this year.
Joe Leisure, Nick Diaz versus Jorge. You're welcome. On that note, wrap it up, one.
Yeah, I bet, Jordan.
Jorge, look, man, I'm not going to wrap it up because I'm tired of this Jorge Masvidal name being thrown everywhere. Jorge Masvidal is not that good.
And on that note, now nobody needs to watch us again because we're done.